Let's get to oil, shall we? Where are we this Wednesday lunchtime? $56 a barrel, that's where we are. Low oil prices, of course, have given America enormous leverage on the world stage. Question, will President Obama use it? Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters is here. First question about Russia. Will cheap oil force Putin to withdraw or certainly retreat a little from Ukraine because of American pressure? What do you say?
We may see some sort of phony gestures, some window dressing gestures to play to Obama and Secretary Kerry, who just said, God help us, that if Putin shows us some leg, that we could lift sanctions within weeks or even days. This is not the time to lift sanctions. Stuart, I follow the Russian media, and the situation now is really getting chaotic in Moscow. It's what the Russians would call polny bardak. The clean Western translation would be utter chaos. We're seeing the first cracks in the regime on the finance and economic side, with ministers and their deputies trading accusations. See the media struggling to put a face on it. Russian consumers rushing, it's pre-Weimar Republic, to spend as many rubles as they can before further collapses. They're trying to buy all the goods they can. But there's a couple of things we need to remember. First, the Russian people are very different from Americans. Americans expect life to get better. Russians really expect life to suck. And they can take a lot more pain in the comfort level and the shortages, et cetera, than any Westerners can take. And it's really important. The other thing is, I hear on the other side nonsense about Russia's got powerful foreign currency reserves. Russia's foreign currency reserves are draining faster than bathwater through an oversized drain. Then I've heard, even on Fox Business, people say, but Putin's military is powerful. It's a super. His military is hollow. It's a mess. It's slovenly. It's just better than you and bigger than the Ukrainians. Putin had embarked upon a major plan to rebuild his military. He can't afford it now. He's got to rebuild eastern Ukraine if he stays. He can't afford that now. He's made promises to revamp their healthcare system. He's closing hospitals and firing doctors. He is in trouble, and the real danger is that this guy never understood economics and still doesn't, and thinks he is running a command economy, but it's not listening.
But you think that President Obama will let him off the hook by even talking about lifting sanctions at this point? You say don't let him off the hook, put the pressure on because you've got the leverage and you should be using it. That's your point.
Yes.
I'm out of time.
Same in Cuba.
Out of time. But how about Cuba? Did we get a good deal with Cuba? If in 45 minutes from now the president announces talks about restoring full diplomatic relations and we're going to get nice to each other after 50 years of hostility, is that a good deal? Are we exercising the leverage which we have?
No. I mean, I'm very glad the man held hostage by the Cuban government is coming home. But my God, this is not the time to loosen up, as you've observed, and Mary. My God, the Cubans are all that's holding Venezuela together with their secret police in Venezuela. We're worried about Venezuela. We're putting sanctions on them, and we're easing them on Cuba. The real problem here is that Obama and Kerry, but Obama is desperate for anything he can plug as a success. Meanwhile, he's playing for small beer, small stakes, and where he needs to be concentrating his efforts are on Ukraine and Russia, on Islamic State in Iraq, on the emerging mess in Afghanistan, which we've all been ignoring. And he's playing little league ball.
I would disagree with you to some degree, only in the sense that I don't think this president understands the leverage which collapsing oil prices give to him, and he's not prepared to play hardball, which would really benefit America. That's my point of view, and I think we agree on this, right?
We do.
By the way, Colonel, I got the book. And the title
I promised you get the first one.
Well, I got the book. Tell me what the title is again. Valley
of the Shadow.
Okay, and it comes out next year?
May 5th.
May 5th. Valley of the
Cinco de Mayo.
Of course. What was I thinking? Colonel Ralph Peters, everyone. I'm going to read that book on my trip to New Zealand and Australia, and I'll guarantee a favourable review when I get back. Okay.
Well, thank you, Stuart.
It's commissionable, by the way.